Welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today we are going to be making a geometric shape person. We're going to be using all the basic geometric shapes and some freeform shapes to create our own unique person. We've been learning about geometric and freeform shapes, and these are some of the shapes that we will be using in the artwork today. Today, I'm going to have a little helper with me, and this is Vincent Van Gogh, and he's made out of clay. But if we look closely, we can see a lot of basic geometric and freeform shapes. Let me show you a little bit about Vincent, though. He was an artist who painted in the 1800s, and he was famous post-impressionist art. You can see he has a paint palette and some brushes, and in his backpack he has some very famous paintings that he painted. One of his most famous is the sunflowers. We're going to begin to draw our body right now, and I want you to draw along with me, and I'm going to go very slow. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. Just draw right on top to fix it. We're going to start at the top of our page, and we're going to go to the very middle. And we're going to find the very middle, and we're going to jump down. I'm just going to put a line. So now you put a little line here. I needed to leave space for the top of my head. Now, let's look at some of these shapes. Which of these shapes would be best to make a face or a head? Let's look at some shapes here of these heads. Is it triangular? No. How about square? No. What about a circle? Would that be okay for a head? It's almost a circle. How about this one? It's almost an oval. Oval might work the best. Let's look at Vincent Van Gogh. I have a statue here of Vincent Van Gogh. His is a little bit between a circle and an oval, so either of these shapes would work. So let's go ahead and draw a nice large circle or oval right here. So we're going to come around, down, and look at this. It almost forms the letter C. I came over and around, down, and then back over. And then I'm going to do the same on this side, right here. So now we have our head. I'm near the top of my page. That way I can add a hat if I want to, or I can add some hair later. Now we're going to make the neck. It's hard to see the neck on Vincent, but let's look at the girl. The neck comes from near the very middle. It doesn't come from the edge of the face. And then it goes 2 lines down. So let's go 2 lines down. Now we're going to draw the middle of the body. The middle of the body is called a torso. So let's look at this shape. We come across, down, down, and across. Let's look at some of the shapes here. It's almost a square. It comes in a little bit. Let's look at Vincent Van Gogh's. His torso comes across, down, down, and across. His is almost a rectangle. So let's put a torso in. We're going to come across straight, a little bit past our head, down, down, and over. So now we have the torso. Let's add some arms and some legs. These are long shapes. Vincent Van Gogh, if we think about a line coming across, down, over, and then down again. It's almost like long rectangles if we break it down into simple shapes. His arms are kind of bent, so we could add a rectangle and then another skinny rectangle this way. And her arms are straight, so you could have straight arms or bent arms. Let's do the legs first. We're going to go down near the bottom of the page, and we're going to start from the body and go straight down, but I'm going to stop before I get to the very bottom because we want to put some shoes on or feet. So we want to leave room for that. So then I'm going to draw a line over, and it depends. If you want it to be thin legs, you can make it thinner. Vincent has pants on, so I'm making it thicker. And then we're going to go straight back up to the body. Now we're going to come back down again, over, and back up. So we have two rectangles for legs. Notice the rectangles are longer than the torsos, because if you think about your legs, look how long your legs are. If you take a minute and look at it, they're really long compared to your body part. Now let's look at the legs. Let's look at the girl here, or the arms. Now let's look at the arms. Her arms come past her waist, don't they? They're not as long as the leg, but they do come quite a ways past here. Vincent has an arm that's bent. I'll show you how to draw a bent one, and we'll do a straight one. So we want to do some rectangles coming down. So if I'm just holding something, your arm would come past your waist. So I'm going to come down past my waist, over a little bit, because their arms are skinnier than our legs. See how fat our legs are? Just a little bit over and back up to the body. So here's one arm. Now if we have a bent arm, like Vincent's, we come a rectangle down that's shorter. And we can have it up high like he's waving. And then we do another rectangle higher up. I have a bent arm. See, Vincent's arm is bent. He's holding his paint palette and a paintbrush. So we could add details later. Let's look at the hand shape. This is almost a circle with some fingers coming out. Let's look at the girls. It's a little bit wider here, almost like an oval shape, very small oval. So we can add ovals or circles to our hands. Now let's look at some of the feet. Let's see. So you can see hers. It's almost an oval shape. And Vincent's is almost a rectangle shape. Let me show you if I can get it this way at the bottom. There's our rectangle. So we can put an oval at the bottom or a rectangle. Your feet stick out farther than your leg. If you look at your own leg, let's look down. You see your leg? The foot comes out farther. It's flat here. So you can make a rectangle or an oval. Now, this is the fun part. we can decorate and design our person. We can do eyes, nose, and mouth. I'm going to do in the very middle a straight line down and a letter L. This will represent a nose. 2 circles for eyes. I like putting a little dot in the middle. And I put a lid on top as well, which is a curved line. And a mouth. And now we can decorate the hair and the clothes any way you want. You can even make it an artist like Vincent Van Gogh and put a paintbrush in his hand. Ears on the side. I start from the eyes and come around. And hair. Your hair may be long or short. You might have some bangs. Or eyebrows. Have fun decorating your shape person.